Now, who should you probably be taking breathing lessons from? Your baby or your mother? Hi, I'm Bernice Hunt, and I am a brain health specialist. I work with women just like you who are starting to notice a few memory challenges, and I help you to stay sharp so that as you age, you can still travel, have fun with your grandkids, and experience new adventures without missing a beat. I remember when I used to be a teacher and kids would run up to me from the playground and they'd say, teacher, Mrs. Hunt, Mrs. Hunt. I said, wait a minute, slow down, calm down, take a breath, and then tell me what the problem is. And giving them those instructions really would help to settle them down most of the time. Just calming down and breathing slowly for a minute. And did you know that breathing is the only thing that our body does automatically that we can actually directly control? So why should we control our breathing? If you breathe correctly, you can lower your blood pressure, you can lower inflammation, you can reduce the activity of your cortisol, your stress hormone. You can even increase your circulation and your oxygenation in your blood. You can improve your performance. You can actually sleep better. Lots of reasons why we should seriously think about controlling our breathing. And what happens if we don't control our breathing? Well, we develop pretty poor breathing habits. And it comes from shallow chest breathing. Actually, when we're in a stressful situation, our body was created so that our breathing would actually change. And we go from diaphragmatic breathing to chest or shallow breathing. And that was on purpose. And it went along in sync with our fight or flight response that we would have. And it would increase our heart rate and would get those stress hormones kicking in and activating. And it was a good thing. But it was only supposed to be done short term, temporarily. But if we don't control our breathing these days, it goes into those bad habits. We don't want that to happen. And do you know what? We were not born breathing with our chest or doing that shallow breathing. Babies breathe from their diaphragm. They inhale from their diaphragm. Have you ever seen little babies or puppies? Puppies do it too. You see the little puppies, they're breathing from their stomach. Yeah, that's their diaphragm. We were born to breathe that way. So I guess you're saying, so what happened? How come I'm not breathing that way? Most people think stress happened, life happened, anxiety happened, because even though we're not doing that physical stress thing, we're not having a bear chasing us or running, from the wolves or whatever, we still have a lot of stress that we're dealing with on a constant basis. Psychological stress and financial stress and relational stress, environmental toxins, all kind of stress happening in this world that we live in. And so our bodies are automatically going into that fight or flight mode. And what happens is doing it so frequently, it becomes a habit. And we just have trained ourselves to stay in that mode. But that creates problems that we don't need to have. We need to shift those things out of that mode and balance those two systems. We don't want to do away with the fight or flight response, because we need that. We need to be on our toes. We need to be alert. We need to be sharp sometimes so we can survive, but we don't stay there. Okay, so that's the deal about correcting and retraining our breathing. Now, our brain uses more oxygen than any other organ that we have. So our mental focus improves when it's getting correctly oxygenated. Our clarity improves. Our controlling our emotions. We're able to handle stressful stressful situations, the circulation in our brain improves when we're getting enough oxygen coming from correct breathing. So that's a really good reason for us to work on our breathing. Because with the proper breathing, we can actually have longer life. It improves our mind, and in fact, it improves our whole body. So, good news is that we can retrain ourselves to breathe correctly. Yay! We did it once, and we can do it again. We started out breathing correctly, and we can go back to that thing. And you know what? There's a lot of professionals that purposely train themselves to breathe correctly. We have professional athletes, our runners and our swimmers, and we have our even people that play golf and tennis. Those professionals work on their breathing. We have people in the services. We have the Navy SEALs. We have snipers. They work on controlling their breathing. We have, of course, we have singers that learn how to breathe from the diaphragm, and also musicians learn how to breathe correctly so they can play those instruments better. And we have even clergy, monks and priests, and they know the advantages and the benefits of breathing correctly, because you can reduce or even get rid of your anxiety. You can increase your stamina and improve your performance just by learning how to breathe properly. They're calling it now breath work. It's got a new name, breath work, and it involves consciously paying attention to how you breathe, intentionally focusing on every breath that you're taking so that you can change your breathing pattern. And they say if you can harness that power, if you can learn how to do that, your body and your brain is going to benefit tremendously. So we want to get back to that, because we can, like I said, increase our health, our overall health, and actually improve our lifestyle all together if we just go back to that diaphragmatic breathing. Okay, so need to say this though. If you're having, if you have any kind of respiratory problem or asthmatic problem or a heart problem or disease or something, you need to check with your doctor first. Even though breath work and breathing, is good for everyone, there's a lot of different exercises to be done, and we don't want you to go too fast, too soon if you're having issues. So check and just let your doctor know that these are your intentions, that you're going to learn how to breathe from your diaphragm. You're going to learn you're going to practice just some breathing exercises, and make sure that they're on board with you with that. Okay. Otherwise, you'll be ready to go. Because remember, the most important things you need to know is, first of all, you need to relax. Relax. There are hundreds of different breathing practices out there. You're not going to be doing all of them. Some are more difficult and take more time to learn than others. We don't want to stress you out by trying to teach you something that you're not ready to learn or you don't want to learn. That's going to defeat our whole purpose. We don't want to stress you. So you're just going to try a few things until you find what suits you, what agrees with you, what you can handle, what you're comfortable with, and you're going to go with that. So we want you relaxed through the whole process. We also want you to practice it. It's not going to come, all at once. You have to do practice on a regular basis so you can improve as you go. And the third thing is, don't beat yourself up over it. If it's more difficult than you think, or you stumble around it or whatever, cut yourself some slack with that, because like I said, it's a process, and as you do it, the more you do it, the better you get and the easier it gets for you. So we want to keep those things in mind. So today, I wanted to talk about just deep breathing with your diaphragm. It's called belly breathing, or it's also called abdominal breathing. They also call it diaphragmatic breathing, but I'm calling it belly breathing. Okay, so belly breathing, and it's something that you want to get back to doing. So your goal here is to practice it every day, or practice it as often as you can, so that it can become automatic to you. So it can become like second nature, and you can be unconsciously breathing from your diaphragm like you used to do when you was a little baby. Okay, so here's how it goes. You can either sit in a chair, with your back straight, or you can lay down. Now, a lot of people like to lay down when they're practicing for a while because you can feel the diaphragm moving up and down better. And so, if that's you, then go ahead and lie down when you do this so that you can feel that. And you want to relax your body. So, if you're like me, my shoulders hunch up a lot when I just have that habit. It's part of my fight or flight thing that it developed a habit, and I have to consciously throughout the day relax my shoulders. So make sure whether you're sitting or you're lying down that your shoulders are relaxed. Okay, you're not tensed up like this, and your neck is also relaxed. So just relax your body, even your jaw and your teeth should not be clenched or tight. Okay, relax your face and your neck and your shoulders. Just relax your whole body as you're laying there. You're going to take one hand and you're going to put it right below your rib cage. I take like my ring finger. If you put your ring finger where your belly button is and just spread your hand across your stomach like that, you're probably in the right spot. Okay, so put like your ring finger in your belly button and spread your hand there. Put it right there on your diaphragm. Now, some people like to use a book. If you're laying down, use a book, or even they say you can use a shoe. Haven't ever used a shoe. But anyway, do you? I like to use my hand, but if you're laying down, you can put a book there, you can put a shoe. They want to visually see the book or the shoe move. I really just like to feel it. I like to feel with my hand my belly expanding and deflating like that. So you can put your hand there. Okay, if you want to put your other hand on your chest, you can, but that is so that your chest is not moving, so you're not breathing with your chest. You want to breathe with your diaphragm. So if you want to just double check, you can put your hand there, but that's not essential. That's not necessary. It's up to you. Okay, so you got your hand there. You are relaxed. You're going to close your mouth, not tightly, just relax and close your mouth, and you're going to inhale through your nose to a count of 4. Slowly through to a count of 4. You're going to inhale, and as you inhale, you want your hand to raise up because you're going to be putting that air up from your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is going to be going down, so you're going to see it expand or feel it expand as you're inhaling to a count of 4, and then you're going to exhale. Now, when you exhale, you can keep your mouth closed and exhale and have your stomach deflate, okay, and feel it go down. If you're having a hard time feeling it on the exhale go down, you can actually exhale through your mouth. So that's going to give you a little bit more force, and it's going to be a little easier to feel until you can get really used to deflating your stomach like that, your diaphragm like that, okay? So if you want, you can blow out like you're blowing out some candles on your exhale to that count of 4 as well, okay? So you're going to do all that. Then you're going to relax a second, and then you're going to do another set, okay? So inhale, exhale, that's 1 set. You're going to do 10 for your practice, which is going to take you about 10 minutes. So you're going to do 10 sets in your practice session, and you want to try doing that every day if you can. And that's going to help you retrain your body for your deep breathing. Now, if you do 4, 4, and 4, and you get good at that, you stretch it to 5. Stretch it to 5 because the optimal is 5.5 breathing, inhaling, and 5.5 seconds exhaling. Okay, that's what you want to get to. But start off with 4 for now, but breathe slowly. The other one I want to talk to you about is lengthening your exhalations, and it goes by several different names. Lengthy breathing. Dr. Andrew Weil has what he calls the 4-7-8, which is a type of lengthy breathing, because what you want your body to get used to doing is to have a longer exhalation, exhale for a longer length of time than you're inhaling. You need to get all of those, not all, but you need to get a lot of that carbon dioxide out of your body. It's a waste product. You need to get out of your body to make room for more oxygen to go in. And so you need to practice doing that, because with our shallow breathing, we have a habit of doing short, fast breaths, and we really haven't let out all the carbon dioxide out of our body. Okay? Well, not all, but most of it. Okay, so to do that, you're going to do your deep belly breathing technique. You're just going to count differently. It's not going to be equal, 4 and 4. With Dr. Weil, what he does is he does 4 inhalations, and then he holds for 7, and then he exhales for 8. The point is, you're going to double whatever your inhalation is. So if you do 4, inhale to a count of 4, you exhale to a count of 8, and you can hold in the middle really as long as you want. You can do it 4, you can do it 7, whatever. Just the main points is your inhale and your exhale. If you can't inhale for 4, inhale for 3, then you need to exhale for at least 6. Okay, so that's how you do that. You double whatever your inhalation is. And when you get really good at that, you try tripling your exhalation. So it's a nice long breath out. And for that, you can breathe out through your mouth if you want as well. Okay, so those are the 2 that I'm showing you today. My point is, try them. Purpose to improve your breathing techniques, because it has so many benefits for you. Okay, so it's going to help your brain, and it's going to help your whole body. So you really want to do that. If you want a written script of what I just said, if you want me to, the written form of this, written directions, I'll be happy to send that to you. Just either comment below that you want it, or you can private message me and tell me to send you the script for the deep breathing exercises that I did on the video, and I'll be happy to get that to you, because your brain's destiny is in your hands.